morning. Today we're going to be coming from this devotional, Be Still and Talk with God Daily. If you don't have your copy, you can get it on Amazon and be prepared for next week. We're talking about God's plan. And first of all, what is a plan? So I looked up a few definitions of a plan. It's an intention or decision about what one is going to do, to decide on or arrange in advance, or a detailed proposal for doing or achieving something. So if you're planning, you already know in advance what you're going to do. You've thought about it, you've looked at your different options, and you've got your plan in place. So we're coming from the scripture, Genesis 2:2, and we're looking at God's plan, because he knew what he was going to do before he did it. And by the seventh day, God had completed his work, which he had done, and he rested, or he ceased on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. And as I mentioned, that's Genesis 2:2, that was the Amplified version. So when God created the heavens and the earth, he wrote out his plan. He didn't just go in there and start doing stuff. He had a plan, and he knew that he had a lot to accomplish. So we're going to look at just an overview of each of the days, not go into a whole lot of detail. I know you've heard the story of the creation, but I want to just let you see how God planned it out. So day 1 was light. Day 2, that was the atmosphere and the firmament. Day 3 is when he created the dry ground and plants. Day 4 was the sun, moon, and stars. Day 5, birds and sea creatures. Day 6, land animals and humans. And day 7 was the Sabbath day. It was the day of rest. So when we look at day 7, God didn't just haphazardly decide, okay, I am so tired. I'm past tired with an R. I'm TIDE, tired. And I just need to rest. I need me a break. And no, he didn't. That is not the way it happened. Because it was his plan to rest on the Sabbath day, that seventh day. So he already knew, and he put the principle of rest into motion. And he did this so we could see it as a priority. He had it as a priority, as a part of his plan. So God wanted us to have rest as a part of our priority, and not just be on just that continuous hamster wheel. You know how the hamster, they have him in the cage, and there's that wheel, and he just goes round and round and round and round and round and round and round, not really getting anywhere. So he could see ahead and see that we would probably be just like that hamster on that treadmill. We just trying to live our best lives through our own self-sufficiency. But you see, that's not getting you anywhere. So God does want us to thrive and to live our best lives to the fullest, but he does not want us to compromise our rest. He didn't compromise his rest. That was a part of his plan, to rest. So he wants us to do that same thing. And so if I ask you the question, what was the first thing that God did after he created man? So if you said rest, ding, 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 you said it, and the Bible confirms that it was rest. God rested on the Sabbath day. So I'm just being a little silly, but that's the truth. We got to think about that as we go through our daily lives, and we're patterning ourselves after God. It was a part of his plan to rest, so we have to make it a part of our plan to rest. I have to make it a part of my plan to rest. So, and in that same light, what my goal is to empower busy women to embrace rest and to make themselves a priority. So I can speak from experience about the busy part. So that's what I'm purposing to do, is to just help women learn how important it is to rest, to make sure that you are embracing that and that you're putting yourself as a priority and not always putting others before you. So, in today's lesson, I just want you to think about God's plan, think about your plan, and how you are going to incorporate rest into your daily lives. Okay, repeat after me. I am one and only one. I can't do all things, but I can do some things. That I can do, I ought to do. And by the grace of God, I will do it. Go out and have yourselves an amazingly awesome week. And I will see you right back here next Sunday.